Okay, this is TradingView NQ 1 minute candles. Before we jump into the price action, let's take a quick look. I've got the nebula indicator that gives me these nice colorful candles, and I've got the Bollinger Bands turned on, and that blue line in the middle there, that's the SMA 20. But the one I most like is this yellow line, which is the EMA 21. And the Lux Algo sessions, that shows me the start of the session as well as the high and low of the session. So now let's take a look. So I don't like to trade the first half hour because it's too choppy. So if I would have got in here, so if you're quick on the trigger, let's drop a position on here. And we say you see the strong sell volume here, you jump on here as that candle closes. You could get an easy 50 points on the way down. But I would have held on, hoping it would go lower, and it would jump back up and probably hit my break-even stop loss, because I would have moved my stop loss to break even. But I like this one here. So the buy volume's increasing. You can see the doji down here, and price looks like it's starting to come up after this big candle. It breaks through the yellow EMA 21 here, and I would be getting in right there because I like that volume, and our oscillators are showing prices moving up. So I put no take profit and see where it goes. Because if you would have put a 50 point take profit, you'd be right about here. You could easily get that. But then you got to get in again because we're still above the EMA 21 and the SMA 20. So instead, just strap in and hang on and see where we go. So I would have got out right about here. Why did I choose here? Well, you could easily got out earlier when the sell volume gets above the dead zone line. You could have got it here, and you get about the same result as I would have got. And you got a sell signal here, but we didn't break below the EMA 21 until right here. So I could see you getting out there too, and you would have got a few more points than me. If you had perfect timing, I would have got 112 points of gain here. But if you had perfect timing, you could have got 150 points easily there. But the reason why I would have got out is we made a low here, and then a new high, and then a new low, and then this is the same height approximately as the here over here. So this is like a double top. So when we come down and we go below this low, I'd be getting out because that tells me we broke structure and we could be heading down now. So I like the sell volume, so I would have probably gotten in there as well, thinking we're going to retrace back to do some correction back down. And I would have stopped out here. I would have lost 10 points there. But I just got 112 points here, so I don't mind losing 10 points there. And then would I've gotten in here? It looks like we're going up. Yeah, I probably would have. But if I was being more conservative, I'm still in this range. We've got our highs here and our lows here. We dropped below right there. So it looked like we were going down, but we came back up into the range. So maybe I wouldn't have taken this because I wanted to see it break above the range. Break above the range, then pull back and retest the top of the range. But if I did, I would have got stopped out for 10 points there. So I lost 10 there, 10 there, but I'm still doing good. So I remember getting in here. I remember seeing these watercolor appearing and the oscillators started agreeing that we're heading down, and I got in here. And I remember price coming back up to almost stop me out. I remember thinking that was going to stop me out at break even, but then it dropped down and carried on. And I closed at 50 points. I remember thinking I was doing good with my 50 point gain. However, then it kept going down, and you can see this was 156 points if you look right there. 156 points on this drop. So what I should have did was not use a take profit, and I should have just let it go because it actually went a lot further than 150 points. You could have got 200 points here. But I got greedy. I wanted those gains and I got out. So instead, if I use my strategy, what I do is I would just hang on and wait for price, look for the price action to tell us when to get out. So price came down hard here. If you had perfect timing, this would be a great time to get out. But when you came back up here and you see this doji with the big wicks on the other side, this is indecision. This is not deciding that we're going to go down, not deciding to go up, but it could be. So the next candle is up. I would have got out right there. As price made a higher high above these candles and even this one right there. So I move this up maybe a little bit right about there. Yeah. So that'd be 150 points. And that's what you do. You wait for the price to tell you when to get out. And maybe it jumps up quick and your timing isn't the best, but you still have more than 100 points gain there. So now what? Well, now we've got the strong buy volume. So I like the watercolor here. And you could have set 50 point take profit to get in there. And I remember getting in there, and where did I get? I think I got 40 points. Yeah, I remember 40 points here because it started chopping, and so I just waited. I didn't know it was going to go up or down, so I just waited for it to go up here to about 40 points, and I got out. If you would have hung on, you would have got stopped out at break even, because move your stop loss to break even when price goes above 20 points, because it's important to preserve capital. We don't want losses. So if it comes back and stops you out at break even, no big deal. And then what happened here? I like the buy volume. Oh, this looks like a squeeze. Did I get in on this? Yes, I thought price was going up when it went above and then came back down. But I remember, yes, I got stopped out of break even. I remember that as well because I moved my stop loss up when we got about 20 points. But then I got in again, and this was a fantastic trade. And I got all of this one. So again, the buy volume is increasing. Wave trend shows are going up. The squeeze momentum looks like we're in a squeeze, but it's a little slow to respond. So I just jumped in here, opened that long, and price rocketed up. And I hung on until price action told me to get out. So I saw price come up, make a high here, and then come back down. This is my new higher low, and then price came up, made a new higher high, so I thought we were still going up. But then we came down and retested that low, went up again, and I hung on this whole time as it started just squeezing and ranging through here, and until I saw price made, oh, this is my new lower higher low here, and I made it went below that. I got out there for 161 approximate points there. So made 40 points here, break even stop loss there, and then we're getting near the end of the day, and that was actually my last trade of the day. That was fantastic. This one here, would I have gotten on this? I think so, because I thought the price was going to come back down after that big jump up there. So this is this position shows 20 points. So you could have got that, but I wouldn't have. I would have hung on, and then price jumped out, and I would have got stopped out at break even there, because as price came below that 20 points, I would have moved my stop loss to break even, and that would have taken me out. And I'd probably just call it a day because we're getting so close to the end. But if you would have stuck in there, would have got in here. Yeah, I like this buy volume. Things look like it's going up. I would have got in there and I would have got stopped. I would have lost 10 points there. Yeah, I would have just called it a day. Could you have hung in there more? Well, let's look at the range. So we got a range here, and it comes back down to test the bottom of the range. We got the high of the range here, and that matches over there. And there. So we're just in the range here. So I'd be watching to see us break out of the range. Whether it's break up above and then come back and retest it. It didn't do that till right at the end of the day with just a few minutes left. And that's my review of today, Monday, June 23rd.